We had a lot of success there. Then we got horrified to see them saying, we'll just join with the Republican Party. But I understand why they did that. It's a process. But as a people, we have to recognize just how illegitimate and morally bankrupt the federal government is. It's that realization. We can say, well, nobody's getting together. Because through the mass media, through the globalist operations, they've divided everybody. Let's go to another call here. Mark in Oregon, you're on the air.
Hello, Alex.
Got 1 minute, sir. Go ahead.
Well, Alex, as you yourself have said, there's only one silver bullet in this situation, and that is a national repentance, and that means out in public. I believe you've even gone so far as to say we should go out in public along the lines of Nineveh to do this. Alex, you're the only one who can actually organize such a thing as this in reality. With your social networking website as well as your show, it can be done. And I'm just going to leave it up to you as to whether you want to take it on.
Yeah, I'm going to have to, listen, I hear you. I'm going to have to not do the nightly news again for the whole week, just to try to finish the last contest, hire reporters, and just try to organize things around here. I mean, I can't get basic equipment to work. I reach tens of millions of people, but I can barely run my own life, okay, and run this media operation. Yes, we're in the shape we're in because we are a decadent, demonic population, on average. And the average person is in a trance. Well, this broadcast is certainly the T-Rex of real talk, unscripted, real analysis, and a lot of days just pure anger. You know, you heard me telling the last caller when he brings up how we need to repent as a society. Then I go into a rant about I can't do anymore. I understand the position we've got. I understand the fact that we've got a platform that's one of the biggest out there to reach the population that's alternative. I mean, what is there? Glenn Beck, Matt Drudge, Alex Jones. That's about it. And Glenn Beck always makes jokes about Bilderberg and key stuff. He's cynical, like a barracuda. Not trying to bash the guy. He does some good. Matt Drudge is great. There's Infowars.com. And Infowars.com is the only hardcore thing out there that can actually reach some people. But just reaching people, I'm trying to grow to the next level. But I'm always so busy doing the radio show, the nightly news, dealing with everything else, that I've bitten off more than I can chew. I mean, you even take Glenn Beck TV. They probably only do TV a few times a week. We do it 5 nights a week. And then I do the Sunday radio show. Most weeks that's live. And and I'm not complaining. I want to do more. But I've got to spend time trying to manage people and tell them what I want. And basic equipment upgrades. And I've got 600 plus videos. Everybody's like, well, when is the contest going to get judged for the new female reporter and male reporter? $10,000 in prizes. It's going to get judged this week because there's not going to be a nightly news. We're going to be on hiatus again, which I don't want to do very often because I've got to stop to do everything else so I can sit here and say, this one goes here, that one goes there. So I can sit there and actually judge it. And I'm not complaining. There's planetinfowars.com. It's got a lot of members. We're working the bugs out on that social network. Hope you go there, meet people, whether it's for camping, shooting, getting politically organized, dating, planetinfowars.com. I am trying on every front to do more. We went up to Bilderberg, had a big effect. It was in hundreds of newspapers worldwide, a bunch here domestically, reached a bunch of people. But again, I can't do everything. I'll guarantee you, if our listeners, and I'm not even saying do this, or if you did it, do it on the side of your barn in legal, lawful areas, or go out and find a business that's, if you knocked on 20 business doors, you'd find one that was a listener. SprayPaintInfowars.com, giant all over the side of a business that authorizes it. God forbid you go big, pylons under highways and spray paint it there. God forbid up on Mopac, Central Mopac, where you go over that hill before Skyway and all that, and there's those big highway dividers they've got sitting there. God forbid somebody spray paint Infowars.com, giant right there. You know what would happen if people, listeners in every city today, spray painted Infowars.com in legal, lawful areas, and then called the news media about it, there'd be hundreds of news events, and right there would just be an example. Why did I do the Obama Joker poster contest? That ended up being in hundreds of newspapers, hundreds, and I don't know, 40, 50 TV stations. And because the media would always come out and say, arrest whoever is hanging up little Joker posters. And I said, hang them up in legal, lawful areas. And then that would backfire and more people would put more of them up. We're going to do that again. In fact, I'm announcing the initiative. We're going to have a $10,000 prize. I wanted to finish the next contest, but I will start tomorrow. You'll start seeing out of 600 or so, the top 50 finalists, because I want to see what your comments are on some things. And the next few weeks, we will get that announced. I'll set a deadline. I will announce the winner next Thursday. Next Thursday, we will announce the male and female winner of that. Okay, so there, I've put myself in the position. I mean, I've got to not do the nightly news to do this. I've taken on more than I can do, which is a good thing. I decided to pull the trigger on trying to launch that newspaper by September. I'm going to try everything here. The nightly news just takes up like 3-4 hours a day. It's killing me. That's why I have Aaron doing a great job, McBreen sometimes, but I'm trying to do all these other videos. I'm not complaining. I'm just doing everything I can. I'm doing everything I can to get this country out of a coma. The people are in comas. They just walk around like jellyfish all day. I can tell somebody that watches TV all day versus somebody that doesn't. People just don't take things serious because they sit there watching stuff all day, and so they think of everything as something you watch, not something you do. So yes, I am recommitting to do everything I can. And we will by sometime next week launch a contest. You'll only have 2 weeks with it because we don't have time anymore. $10,000 on whoever hangs up and videotapes the most. Obama is a Nazi piece of trash dictator, signs, communist, whatever you want to call him, a piece of trash. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Work.
Well, you know, the big story is that Obama, whether it's our military under NATO UN command, Congress told they don't have a say anymore, and Congress going along with that, or whether it's Bill Maher saying that if you post a photo of a black person on your website when they're in the news, you're a racist. I'm not kidding, that's coming up. That's like when they said if you're against socialist health care, you're a racist. I mean, it's just a pure weapon that's used. Big blow-ups in Egypt, Syria, with Russia, you name it. Russia has confirmed they're sending warships and troops. The West is sending in al-Qaeda. Again, I'm not a fan of the Russians, but al-Qaeda? I mean, our country is run by the bad guys. I mean, they're so bad, they make the Russians look good. That's the point we've gotten to. Are the Russians shipping guns into Mexico? Are the Russians trying to bankrupt our country? Are the Russians putting drones in the sky? Are the Russians putting in smart meters that control our houses and banning popcorn in New York? No. If they were doing 1/10 of it, I would absolutely hate them. They're not. Now they're threatening to nuke Western Europe if the West continues to roll weapons in. Let me tell you, these bankers will end up just like Hitler going too far, ladies and gentlemen. I keep going back to the Hitler analogy because it's a great example of somebody getting out of control. All right, I'm going to try to rampage through your calls here in a moment. Another issue, people ask me how to get prepared. We should get prepared. Because if we get prepared enough, the globalists may actually back off. Plus, if society continues to go in the direction it is, we all need to be ready. You can go to Infowars.com. We have the best gravity-fed filters, bar none, ProPure, at the lowest price they are anywhere. And if you use the product code WATER at checkout, you get 10% off any of the ProPure family of gravity-fed stainless steel filters. No BPA like their leading competitors. Just an amazing system. ProPure, available at InfoWarsShop.com or link through the shopping cart at InfoWars.com or call 888-253-3139, 888-253-3139, or again, InfoWarsShop.com. And also, None Dare Call a Conspiracy is back in print, the book that woke yours truly up. That's available at InfoWarsShop.com, along with Tragedy and Hope, and other great films like A Noble Lie. Huge library, videos, books, T-shirts, and all of your purchases make this transmission and what we're trying to do here possible. We also carry the Life Straw because in my own research, I found the best field water filter, very lightweight. And you can take swamp water and make it safe to drink. Life Straws are discounted. You get a free Citizen Rule book and bumper stickers with every purchase at InfoWarsShop.com or 888-253-3139. You can also write to us at P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760. All right, let's go to Doug in Illinois. Doug, thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Hey, Alex, how are you?
Oh, man, I am just absolutely freaked out and upset. It's all coming true. Government takeovers of communications with government announcements, jumbo screens, tattletale squads, CIA checkpoints. Was that rhetorical, asking me how I'm doing? Just Obama announcing he's got dictator powers. The Republicans are saying hardly anything. I mean, what do you say?
Well, you mentioned earlier you were hoping some people would call in with some concern about Obama. And absolutely, I'm concerned about everything he's doing. And as odd as it sounds, something that could even concern me even more is the fact that, people in general just don't seem to care or think that it's an issue whatsoever. They are in a coma, a pop culture trendy coma.
What do you do about that?
Well, I'll tell you what, and to follow up with something else that you did say here a little while ago. You guys, you and your team are without a doubt obviously busting your humps. And I think thousands of us, individuals, out on the street locally, are doing what we can. I've got a little YouTube channel. I've got all of your different stickers going up on street pole signs here and there around my town. And I know, like I said, thousands of others are doing what they can. Forward progress is being made. I do truly believe that. I just hope it's enough, when the day comes. Hope for the best, plan for the worst.
Well, look, it's time for banner hangs. It's time. I'm going to develop a basic poster design. In fact, everybody start sending it to showtips@infowars.com. Or create a new group at planetinfowars.com where everybody can send in their poster idea that exposes Obama as a dictator and as the government as a criminal enterprise as a whole. And I think it should probably, even though it's been overused, it will get through to everybody. I think it will be Obama with a mustache. I mean, I think that's it. In fact, people can send in their suggestions, maybe text-wise, but I think it's going to be Obama's face with a mustache saying traitor scum or dictator scum. That's it. Hey, guys, Tim, will you come in here real quick, please, brother? Come on in here. I want to have, we're about to hire another graphics person as well because our two are so overworked. I need, the classic Obama photograph where it's kind of like Big Brother, his face straight on. Posterize it or whatever, and I want a Hitler mustache, and I want it to say dictator scum, dictator then scum, his face, Infowars.com on the bottom. And we don't have time for this. Phase 1, there'll be 2 prizes. $5,000 for whoever hangs the most of them up in legal, lawful places and shoots video of it and puts it up on YouTube by this Friday. Then there'll be phase 2. Next week, whoever hangs up the most in legal and lawful areas, everywhere, and videotapes it and puts it on YouTube, $10,000. All right? Here's the deal, because I started thinking about it. They could kill me or arrest me anytime. We've got to use these powerful patriots who are ready to fight now because the media, even though the memo is going to go out, it's going to take the bait on this. And they're going to attack the First Amendment, and then others are going to do it. They won't be able to help themselves. In fact, I shouldn't even explain how they do it right now. They'll try to block us, but it doesn't matter. I want, dictator scum, Obama's face with a Hitler mustache, Infowars.com. How's that sound? Let's see how they like that.